So conclusion, what do I think? Obviously with a 600D, there's a lot of chromatic aberrations going on. And when you zoom in, it cannot resolve the tiny details. The Canon 80D can do it just a little bit better, but not by a whole lot. Canon 80D makes up for it with all the other features like superior autofocus, live autofocus. When you pair that with an STM lens, then it's like a human hand cranking the focus ring. It is dead silent. And other features... yeah, there's really not many advantages, is there? Look, the thing is, it matters not what the camera is, but what if the person is behind it. If you give a professional person a very dirt cheap camera, they will produce amazing photographs or videos with it. Always comes down to the DOP. But still, am I disappointed that Canon has made, well, let's be blunt, pretty much no progress between the 600D and the 80D. The 600D released, let's say, 2011, I may be wrong, fact check that for me, future me who's editing this, put the year up to the left of my face, and the Canon 80D came out in February or March of 2016, and still, they may have a better imaging sensor and they have a higher megapixel count for photography, and yes, like photography, definitely much better than the 600D. Video-wise, it's pretty much exactly the same. You can't say you're not disappointed with that. There's been a 5-year gap and then there was still no real difference between the two. And especially when you put on the same lens, because remember, it matters more what glass is and what glass is before the sensor, because the lens is what the lights go through. How optically well that lens is, you know, will make all the difference in the world. But then when you still have the sensor of, you know, like €5 technology, what's the point? And plus, it's so expensive. Like, let's say 1,100 US or 1,000 or 1,200 US or whatever, just for the body only. If you're a photography person, you'll be adequately satisfied, but then if you're in it for the video, just no. Even if you have built up a library of Canon lenses, it's time to invest in adapters and other brands. You gotta speak with your wallet. This is what grinds my gear. Canon just doesn't understand that there's a prosumer market that does not have the budget to invest in their cinema lines, which is what Canon's trying to push people towards and protect their C300, C100, 200, I don't know what the difference is. What Canon doesn't realize is without those people that has an easy entry, in the future there won't be people that will be using all those professional grade cameras because there were no people, you know, beginning easy in the first place. It's too much of a learning curve. It's too steep of a learning curve to go into all this like C300 and C100 line. Just why? That's why I have gone with the Panasonic G7, which has which has focus peaking, zebras, histograms, other features which I've listed 1,000 times over on and off camera. Just what? Oh my god. Okay, yes, content is king, but I am more of a prosumer. I know the technology behind it all and how to implement them properly. Of course, I suck with the more creative stuff, which is the one I'm trying to work on, but just... I cannot convey into words how frustrated I am. Yeah, okay, yes, content is king, and you could argue that with given constraints, restraint, whatever the appropriate word is, that's when people think more creatively rather than technologically. Still, not everyone's in it for the creativity. Other people are just solely tech channels or stuff like that, I don't know. But yes, there are people ready to go into the more technical side of filmmaking, but then, you know, they don't give us what we want. What the fuck, Canon? Was there really a point to this? I don't know what the point was. I'm totally going off script. But then when you're frustrated enough, you don't need a script because you can just ramble on and on and on and on. Yeah, okay. I don't know if this video is gonna get published or not. I'll try to decide what to do with it. But yeah, Canon, sometimes you're kind of like the Nintendo of the video game market. You do amazing stuff, but sometimes you can be so damn stupid. But who am I to speak? I'm just a 20-year-old, like, nobody that, you know, surely knows nothing, right? Of course, you know, I'm not a professional, oh shit. But I'd like to be one, and Canon, you're not making it very easy by not implementing any future-proofing features. That being said, I have a love-hate relationship with this thing right here. If only this had 4K histogram, yeah, 4K speaker, okay, all the stuff that I've mentioned, plus more bells and whistles, maybe guide marks for perhaps 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio, you know, like some cinema cameras, they like add the lines there just to know what your borders are. You know, if you implemented all those things, you know, and you actually listen to consumers, it'll be like living in an alternate universe. Wow, an alternate universe where Canon listens to its prosumers, listens to its people. And it's just like, it's just this running joke amongst us video makers and filmmakers. Like I was with Nicholas Cole in Melbourne, and then we both sort of just have this unspoken inside joke where you know, anytime we bring up the point of what Canon is lacking, what others have, we just go, because Canon, right? That phrase, because Canon, right? That sums it up. Because Canon, right? Because Canon.
Do you use focus speaking?
Yeah, well, on this, yeah. Unfortunately, that doesn't have it.
Standard
because
Canon,
Canon, right? Yeah.
So, okay. Shit, I just punched a hole in my wall. Okay, the start of this video was meant to be just a comparison video between the 600D and the Canon 80D. I think I might just make this into a separate video, so that way I'm just procrastinating even more off of my main video, which is that 500 subs special. Actually, by this point, it's a bit too late to call it a 500 sub special. I'm already at like 560 plus subscribers. By the way, thank you all for subscribing and dropping likes on those videos. Helps immensely. So anyways, I've been recording for maybe 10 minutes plus, so I will end it off there. And so with that, go to the USA. Go to the USA for, I don't know what sporting events is coming up. FIFA? No, that's next year. Yeah, anyways, I was just trying to come up with some sort of ending. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. And keep on procrastinating. So, see ya.